If you are an Albertan living with a prolonged mental or physical impairment, or you are supporting a family member who is, you could be leaving thousands of dollars in unclaimed tax relief on the table. Now, we already have a full, comprehensive written guide on our website, as well as a complete step-by-step video guide covering the general process nationwide. But today's video is a specialized breakdown specifically for the province of Alberta. We also have an in-depth, location-specific written guide on our website with extra regional details and resources, which is fully linked in the description below. In Alberta, a successful application can translate into up to $2,928 per year for an adult and up to $5,340 per year for a child in combined tax savings. Furthermore, if your impairment has impacted you for years, the Canada Revenue Agency can review up to 10 past tax years, which can unlock a retroactive lump sum payout of up to $40,000. Today, we are breaking down the Alberta Disability Tax Credit step by step with zero fluff and complete clarity, so you can claim exactly what you're entitled to. First, let's clear up what this credit actually is. The Disability Tax Credit, or DTC, is a non-refundable tax credit. That means it directly reduces the amount of income tax you owe to the government. It does not issue a direct payout if you have zero taxable income. The total value of your savings is calculated by combining two distinct portions, the federal disability amount and the Alberta Provincial disability amount. Because Alberta has a unique tax structure, including an 8% provincial tax bracket, the savings are quite substantial. The CRA calculates your final savings based on a percentage of the indexed base amounts. The federal portion is calculated at the lowest federal rate of 15%. The Alberta portion is calculated at the lowest provincial rate of 8%. If the individual with the disability does not have enough taxable income to use the credit, the rules allow you to safely transfer the unused amount to a supporting family member, like a spouse, parent, or child, to lower their taxes instead. To successfully get approved, your application must meet the CRA's strict eligibility boundaries. It is divided into three primary requirements. First, the impairment must be prolonged, meaning it has lasted or is expected to last for a continuous period of at least 12 months. Second, it must fall into the core categories of impairment recognized by the CRA. These physical and mental categories are walking, dressing, feeding, eliminating, hearing, speaking, vision, and the mental functions necessary for everyday life. You can also qualify if you require life-sustaining therapy at least twice a week for an average of 14 hours. Third, you must pass the 90% rule. The CRA defines a qualified restriction as being present all or substantially all of the time, which is legally interpreted as at least 90% of the time. Under this rule, even with the use of appropriate medication, therapy, and medical devices, you must either be completely unable to perform that daily living activity, or it must take you at least 3 times longer to do it compared to someone your age without the impairment. Next, we'll be discussing the guaranteed income support for provincial income programs. The absolute number one question we get from Albertans is, if I am receiving assured income for the severely handicapped, or AISH, can I still apply for the DTC? The answer is a definitive yes. These are entirely separate programs run by different levels of government. AISH is a provincial income support program meant for Albertans with permanent medical conditions that prevent them from earning a living. The DTC is a federal tax credit designed to offset the extra costs of living with an impairment. Getting approved for the disability tax credit will never penalize, reduce, or claw back your monthly AISH payouts. In fact, being approved for the DTC is now a critical requirement to qualify for the federal Canada Disability Benefit, which provides extra monthly support to your budget. Remember, the CRA does not look at your medical diagnosis name alone. A diagnosis of severe arthritis, diabetes, or depression doesn't automatically qualify you. You must qualify either under a single marked restriction in one of the daily life categories we just mentioned, or under the cumulative effect, which combines multiple moderate restrictions together, so their collective impact meets that 90% threshold. Notably, the mental functions necessary for everyday life category is a major eligibility path in Alberta. This covers cognitive and mental health challenges like severe ADHD, autism, clinical depression, or memory decline. The core test remains the daily functional impact. Your doctor must explicitly document how the condition severely restricts your clinical memory, attention, problem-solving, or adaptive functioning in daily life. Securing your DTC approval doesn't just lower your tax bill. It also serves as a gateway to several critical secondary benefits. In Alberta, having a valid DTC status can make it significantly easier to access or qualify for specialized provincial drug and dental coverages. This includes Alberta non-group coverage, which provides essential prescription drug subsidies for a low monthly premium, and enhanced income support health benefits. Federally, an approved T2201 form unlocks the Registered Disability Savings Plan, RDSP. Through the RDSP, the government may provide thousands of dollars in matching grants and bonds to help you build long-term, tax-sheltered financial security. The application process itself is completely streamlined. There's no separate provincial application form for Alberta residents. Everyone uses the standard federal form T2201, also known as the Disability Tax Credit Certificate. You have two secure ways to complete it. The digital route: log into your personal CRA My Account portal, fill out your personal details in Part A, and generate a unique reference code. You hand that code to your doctor, who logs into their secure medical portal to complete Part B digitally. The paper route: download a clean, current PDF copy of Form T2201 from the link in our description below. You fill out Part A, your medical practitioner completes and signs Part B, and you submit the paperwork to the CRA online or via mail. Remember, your doctor must meticulously detail how your condition restricts your daily life. Vague notes are the #1 cause of processing delays and denials. Before you submit, remember these critical compliance rules to protect your application from a costly denial. Function over diagnosis. Make sure your medical practitioner documents your exact physical or mental boundaries, not just the name of the illness. The transfer trap. If you check yes to have the CRA automatically adjust your past taxes for a retroactive payout, keep in mind this only happens automatically for yourself or a minor dependent. If you are transferring the credit to a supporting family member who is 18 or older, you must file separate Form T1ADJ adjustment requests for each previous year you want to claim. Timeline alignment. Ensure the year your doctor states your severe limitations began matches up with the retroactive years you are claiming in your tax history. Navigating government paperwork can feel intimidating, but ensuring your application is flawless is the key to unlocking the financial support you or your family rightfully deserve. To read our full, comprehensive Alberta Disability Tax Credit written guide, see real-world diagnostic examples, or access our free online tools, click the links in the description below. If you would prefer to have a dedicated team of experts audit your medical records, coordinate directly with your practitioner, and manage your application from start to finish, you can request a completely free, no-obligation assessment on our website today. If this guide brought you clarity, please give us a like, subscribe to our channel for more Canadian benefit updates, and drop your questions in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next guide.